My name is Mike, and this is the Hot Seat. On the Hot Seat today, the latest and greatest in the Trayvon Martin case. Now, Florida prosecuting team is going to waive a grand jury, and the state attorney is going to decide on her own if George Zimmerman should be arrested and charged for murder. Once again, race capitulation, fear, and cowardice by our white liberal government is overriding state statutes. And heck, why don't we skip the grand jury, skip the trial, skip the sentencing, and just hang George Zimmerman in the town square? That's what this is coming to. Because of fear and intimidation, and we have to acquiesce to a certain race all the time, that state statutes are being thrown out the window. I am all for ultimately a judicial process. All right? Because yes, America, once and for all, needs to know exactly what happened, bring the witnesses forward, and it should be televised like the OJ trial. However, judicial process should not be skewed because of intimidation and fear. These new Black Panthers should be arrested for the threats that they made. If it was the reverse, and a bunch of neo-Nazis were calling for bounties and wanted dead or alive posters, they'd be arrested. But the double standard in this country creates more hate. Because I guarantee you, there are more people now hoping that ultimately George Zimmerman is found innocent. Not because new evidence is showing that perhaps he was attacked. Not because there may be eyewitnesses showing Trayvon Martin was on top of Zimmerman. No. But because of racial attacks against white people. Because black people can just say and do whatever they want and get away with it. And this is why, I guarantee you, there's going to be people out there that want Zimmerman to get off, just to piss these jerks off. It is absolutely ridiculous that this country has to waive our criminal justice system because they're afraid of black people. And that's what it comes to. And I think it's disgraceful. In conclusion, and on a side note, just look at that stupid broad down in Maryland that said she had a winning ticket and she never had it. And that shyster of a lawyer, I would never want him representing me. The guy's a bum. That broad down there, that fake, and that lawyer, again, is a product of racial acquiescing and reality TV overload. Everybody wants their 15 minutes. Well, you know what? That broad and that fake Al Sharpton-like lawyer should spend 30 days in prison just for wasting the people's time, just for getting on TV under false pretenses. And this is why there's such racial divide in this country. Because we've got jackasses using their color to act stupid and to get on television, and I'm sick of it. No matter what race you are, you ought to be held accountable for wasting people's time and for making threats. My name is Mike, and this is the Hot Seat.